Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Well, I'm officially on Nasty's side here.
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Remember, imagination rhymes with devastation. Okay, so let's see if we can turn down the audio a little bit. Hey, here we go. We're going to leave it on reignited, because that's the music that's better. In every way. Turn everything down a little bit. There we go. Oh, my. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so before we actually get started, I just wanted to turn down the damn volume. So you're probably wondering why this is 20 minutes late. Oh, I've never heard it, Blowfelt. So the reason this was 20 minutes late was I was all ready to go quite early, as I usually am. Finished my exercise, finished my cooking, and everything all lined up and ready to go. Mostly in uniform, sat down, went to plug in my PS4, because I usually leave my PS4 not plugged in, and I noticed it was plugged in, which was very confusing, actually. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just turn it on, except it doesn't turn on. Which was also confusing. So, I legitimately haven't heard the original. We'll switch back and forth, as we often do when we have these kind of options. Looks like we have a little bit of stream lag, but hang on. How's... This looks like it's not keeping up. Why is it not keeping up? For Christ's sakes. So anyways, either my PS4 is dead or the power cable for my PS4 is dead. One of the two. Let me just skip ahead in the story here. One of those two things is true. So I had to rather suddenly buy the game again on Steam in order to be able to play this today. And that's why it was delayed. Yeah, no, I turned it to a black screen. So, don't worry about the black screen. I'm fiddling with something. Give me a second. So this one is the window. So this one should be... Hang on, I know people are donating. You get to wait a minute. Just give me a second. This has been... I have tried several outlets. No difference. It was also hooked up not only to my surge protector, but also to my UPS. So... the same thing that everything else is hooked up into, which is why I'm just kind of raising an eyebrow on this. So yeah, this morning has sucked. Okay, so let's try this. We'll capture it via a different method entirely. Let's see if that lags. Looks like it's not lagging. It's not doing what it was doing a second ago. Sorry, I know this is kind of disorienting, but it's a good way to test if there's any dropped frames. But it looks like we're not dropping any frames right now. Yeah, it looks like we're not dropping frames now. Okay. Thank you, Rex. Very much appreciate that sub. I'll jot that down for Axiom Verge. Thank you, Panka. Very, very much. I will jot that down for Frostpunk. And thank you, Dr. Winter. I'll put that towards... Absolutely... No, I'll put that towards the Darkest Dungeon. Okay, it doesn't pause when I'll tab. Holy crap. Oh, man. What were you streaming? Because I know you were hitting FF13, but I don't know what else would be causing that kind of issue. We've actually already streamed this game. So I don't really have a lot to add to the usual. Except that Nasty Nork did nothing wrong, obviously. I mean, the poor guy was just chilling. And the dude's like, hey, he sucks. And thank you, Darth Tyrant. Xenogears. Oh, wow. That's a weird one. I'll probably put that towards something WoW-related or Republic Commando. Okay. So let's before we go any further, God, I have not gotten 5 steps into this. I do want to say shoutouts and thank you to Amelia Clark's Eyebrows, Anonymous, because they never said who they were, Ganzalora, Tizara, Alex Corbianiki, Arik Verindi, Thy End of the Line, Pancakes, Dark Day, Nami, Zero Hunter, Jordan T. Hurt, Nemesis, Razulia, all of this is dealer's choice, by the way. And, of course, also dealer's choice, but the person who put this on the books, Mr. Red. Thank you, all of you. Very, very much appreciate for continuing to help me to be able to take my sister out to lunch tomorrow. So, are there any more upcoming PS4 streams? That's a good freaking question. I have not had time to check. Let's hit the stream breaks and answer this extremely important question. Let's see. Subnautica, Dishonored, Stardew Valley, Cadence, Diablo, Modern Warfare, Crusader Kings. So the answer is no, if we decide to stream the PS1 version of Symphony of the Night. Last time, if you remember, we streamed the PS4 version of Symphony of the Night, which actually had the worst voice acting, right? So. But yeah, Spyro was from before the Oblivion line. So what's my history with Spyro? None whatsoever! The last time we played Spyro, it was literally a blind run. I wasn't a PS1 person. I never was. As we've talked about before, there were real-life issues which got in the way of that being a thing. So, that was never a part of my life. So the first time I ever played Spyro was when I played the Reignited last time when we played it. So this is only my second time playing it. Oh yeah, and if it's not obvious, we are doing one big thing different from last time. We were reviewing each game individually. So... I have seen speedruns of Spyro, obviously. So we get to see... What is this? Interesting. We actually had a big old discussion about what collectathons were and how they operate last time. That's going to take some getting used to. Oh, jeez, that's going to take some getting used to. Oh, jeez, okay. We can do this. We can do this. We got this. Oh, God. Okay, that's not acceptable. Let's fix that immediately. Double invert. There we go. Okay. And yes, there will be a rumination per game. I guess. Or no ruminations whatsoever, which is what I'm leaning towards. As I've said many, many, many times, we are phasing out ruminations, so they're a lot less likely to happen than they ever were before. My stuff. Get my stuff. Yeah, I've played too many flight games in my life to not do double inversion. There's still plenty of stuff to go live on the main channel. Actually, at this point, ruminations are... well, that's not good. Point being, ruminations have been a secondary feature for a couple of years at this point. That's nothing new. How do you run? That's not run. What's this? That's run? Please tell me we can rebind. That we cannot rebind. Damn. Oh well. Although we should probably turn vibration off. There we go. But yes, ruminations take up a large amount of time and money and give nothing in return. And at a point in my life when I'm trying to actually make stuff instead of just sit and record videos on YouTube, that's life, right? Like, I don't mean to sound unkind or rude or cruel, but the harsh reality is that if I'm ever going to be able to actually do anything with my life and actually make the stuff I'd like to make, then I'm going to need to make time for it. That's just time management, right? But if you paid me for it, then I would say no. Also, you would not pay me enough for it, to be blunt.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the Dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
In fact, what I might do, it's not a bad idea. That's interesting. So I want you to picture a PS1 controller really quick. Now that you've pictured a PS1 controller, I want you to picture that run is triangle and shoot is X. If you're wondering why I'm stopping to shoot, that's why. It is a hold. And there's no rebind, so... Shrug.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Triggers are doing nothing, by the way. This is left trigger and this is right trigger. Oh, okay. Now, I guess this is R2. Can I... Okay. Wild.
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
So retro controls. That changes camera. That changes camera, excuse me. That changes roll. And then... Yeah, let's try it. Oh god, that's... So, triangle is still run. Jump is still jump. B is still B. Did not stick? Okay, I don't think it's stuck. Hang on. That doesn't seem to be changing anything. Probably because it wouldn't change anything. I just realized, look at it. The only thing that changes is the right triggers. That's it. Whatever. We'll just get used to it. Okay. Enough negativity for one morning. There we go. I said enough negativity for one morning. I want to test something real quick here before we do anything more. That's what I thought. Listen to the music. We have a term for that. And by we, I mean the industry, because I didn't come up with that term. Huh. Oh my god, game. There we go. Game! Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Wasn't ready. So, I think I see what's happening, and it's happened several times. You see how there's that delay? Because there's a wait to movement, right? It's how the movement works. But it's such a big delay that it takes a while to overcome momentum you don't actually have. You see that, right? Look at it. And then it overcomes it. What's funny is we didn't have this issue the last time we played this on the PS4. Could someone do me a favor and Google that, please? Movement glitch. Momentum glitch. We're on PC. Look at that. That's honestly kind of unplayable. You know how bad some of the puzzles and jumps are in this game? I wonder if it's true for the other two games, too. I should check that out. Okay, so we're missing 20 gems and 1 person. It's okay, it's just my PS4 died and/or my PS4 cable died. It's an FPS issue? Alright, hold up. Lock my FPS to 30? Oh, Jesus, Frelling Christ. Okay. I mean, if that fixes it, great, but Jesus Christ, people, can we finally accept that 60 FPS has been the standard since the 80s? It looks like that fixed it. I'll do some no-really tests, but... already this feels much smoother, though. The NES is a 60 FPS game, play interval. And by game, I mean console. Yeah, that's immediately fixing it. Just to be no really about it. By the way, the SNES is also a 60 FPS machine. Alright, so let's try 60. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, part of the irritation I have with that, there's actually two irritations I have with that. One is 30 isn't terrible. It isn't. But anything below 30 starts to legitimately give me headaches. I've talked about that before. Whatever. Nothing else I'm going to add to that. It's one of the reasons I get so frustrated when games go down to like to 24 or to 15 range, which is really bad. But there's the other reason it irritates me is because what's happening is a lot of programmers, when developing games, like to tie engine calculations to frame rate. Now, this is it's a complex topic, but I'm just going to go and give my opinion on it. It's a cheap Band-Aid fix rather than actually designing, you know, proper engine design or physics design or anything like that. So, tying stuff to the frame rate nowadays, like, that should have stopped happening around the Xbox 360 era. Looks like we're good, though, at 60. Thank God. Just, God damn it, game. I'm not going to dig the game for that, because it has a fix. What are we missing? That's not the guidebook. This is the guidebook. We're missing 12 gems. Somebody, who shall be nameless, requested 100% this time around. Which normally I'd protest doing, except for the fact that there's literally a thing saying what you're missing in a specific area. Which, by the way, is totally getting a friggin' positive. Because I like that that's just right there. I wish there was a way to pop it down temporarily. Like that. Still get used to the jump. So he's moving on to the next world. So is it in the side portals? Well, I saw at least 2 portals we could enter. I was hesitating to do so until we were done here. Did I give a gem? I did not give a gem. Gave a health thing. Why is the dragonfly... Oh, haha, by the way. Eating the sheep. Oh god. Stop being in this mode. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Sheep are delicious. I actually agree with that.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The Artisan's boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you're not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other Artisan lands.
Don't crush my dreams, Wolf Alex. I just want a dragonfly that eats a sheep. Is that so much to ask? So I think I'm missing 2. Right, this is good. Dragonfly is definitely pointing over here somewhere. Odd, I didn't even see that. There's 1. Where's the other one? This way. Okay, that's definitely positive territory. Because the dragonfly can actually point to where the nearest one is. It really would, Blake Terval. Hi, this is a dragonfly that can eat a sheep. Ah! Okay, so that should be 100%. The first level. Yay! Okay, so, hang on. Need to emotionally reset for a second after the nightmare of this morning. So let's jot down some positives, shall we? Okay. So we've got... Well, my PS4 is either dead, or my PS4 cable is dead, and I won't find out till tomorrow. No, I already have an overnight new power cable coming in. If the PS4 itself is broken, that sucks to be me. There's probably not going to be anything that's going to fix that. Because if my PS4 is actually broken, then it was probably power surged at some point. So I might be able to salvage the hard drive in there, but that's kind of it. Because that's a custom hard drive. We'll see what happens. So, someone suggested some pluses earlier, and I was distracted trying to figure out the control and the frame rate thing. Do you mind repeating yourself, whoever you were? Music. Yeah, thank you. So, Yoshi drums. I'll debate music later. We'll put that in a question mark. Brickwork? Yeah, no. I'm with that. I'll put this down here. Animation? We'll see. Put that in italics. So, I think that's everything for right now. Yep, okay. So, moving on. We got everything here. Stone Hill, I guess? Oh, it's the one that's right here. See what our load times are like. Fly. Yeah. Hello. These load times are terrible. Wow, this is awful. Jesus Christ, game. Those load times were better on the PS4. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember that Xenogears had voice acting. I believe you. We'll see if that's a bug or not, because holy crap. Yeah, apparently my nuclear submarine is simply not good enough for Spyro. Alright, negative for live system. Obviously.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the Artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
Sorry, Gramps. We got too much tood. Probably gonna give a humor plus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is probably gonna be a pretty net positive game. But I'll tell you one thing that's going to be a frickin' negative. And in all honesty, it's probably gonna be more than one negatives. And I will fight you on that if I have to, because holy crap. Yeah, the frickin' Thieves. The goddamned Thieves. At the moment I realized the controls were a bit off, the first thing I thought was, oh god, I'm gonna have to do the Thieves with this control scheme. We'll see. I don't like to prejudge, so we'll see. But, they were a negative last time. There were only one negative last time because it was before we even had that system in place.
Spyro, my friend.
How about a hint on gliding?
You've got a little paint on.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
But no. For anybody who's concerned about me reviewing their beloved classic poorly, rest assured, I've played this game before. It's a pretty good game. Now, I make no promises with regards to 2 or 3, but 1 is probably going to review pretty well. You're probably thinking, why no promises with regards to 2 and 3? Well, 2 and 3 have, I don't want to say an issue, but they have a thing that happens to a lot of game series. They try new stuff. Now, that's good. Things should try new stuff. But trying new stuff means more opportunities for failure in addition to success. So we're going to have to see how well they actually succeed at some of the new mechanics, and platforming, and the side friends thing, where you can play as the other people, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, exactly. Spyro 1 is basic, which, as I've said many times, basic is not a bad thing, not necessarily. Basic just means exactly that. It's basic. Now, these guys are not in 2 or 3, so that's an automatic positive right there. Oh my god. So if it's not obvious, they do move at your speed, full tilt, so you have to cut them off as I was doing, which thankfully I remember, because if I remember correctly, that took me a minute last time to process that. Right, there's the edge of the world. Nicely denotated. That's not a word, but I like to use it anyways. Listen, don't crush my hopes and dreams, hard-boiled one. The Dragonflies eat the Thieves, and they're not. That's why they're not in 2 and 3. There you go. Boom. I do remember liking the bosses better, because 1 doesn't really have boss design. Ping to you, Flagant. I don't remember who Hunter is. But that sounds like a cutscene moment thing to me. So negative it is. 37 negatives. In a row. Or whatever it is. Come on. I can totally do this. Okay, that's an invisible wall. Alright, cool. What do we need? So that was... this button? Nope. That button. That's not helpful. This button. What do we need? We're missing... 2 dudes, an egg, and a whole bunch of gems. My goodness. Alright, where are we going? Down. Well, that's where we were going anyway, so... No, wait, stop, please. Okay, cool. Thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you for the courtesy. Aw.
Watch the Dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
Translation. Hell. I have played one of them, Green Wolf. I even did a video on it. Now, the fact that each of the people tells you a little bit about how to play the game. Like, we're still in the intro, overall, and I feel like we're going to get an intro positive, and possibly a tutorialization positive. I haven't decided yet. And yeah, one of the things that I do like is that they actually gave them all unique abilities, visuals, aesthetics. Dragons be unique, yo. Like, someone sat down and thought about not much, but like a one-note personality for each of the dragons. That's just a nice little feature. What do we have here? Just almost a bunch.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
See, this is the steampunk one. Par exemple. Alright, so where are we at? Still? Oh yeah, I wouldn't give a negative for it, Blow Felix, if we were reviewing the PS1 version. I would just give this one a positive. So, hang on. Let's go ahead and hit all the wrong buttons. Hear the original music. It's horrible! Although you can tell that compression immediately. Woof. I think we already hit this area, but... Yep, it's still pointing me down. I don't remember how to open this stupid thing. I have no idea, Zactef. I haven't thought about it. Okay. No, we just never reviewed it under the current system, Dakota. And this is Mr. Red's thank you stream, so here we are. Jeez, come on, again. There we go. There's nothing in here, just double checkinating. Oh yeah, and just to show this off, you can talk to each of these again.
Hi, Spyro.
I hit that.
When you free a dragon or...
You can also skip those, by the way, so no unskippable cutscene negatives. So, I guess you haven't been here for a couple weeks, Blue Felix. So, once we finally... This is something I've been planning to do for about a year and a half at this point. Once we finally got caught up in the queue, which we did when we finished the Mass Effect 3 stream, I always plan to do specific streams as a thank you to people who've been helping me out with the show. Because I don't make enough money to pay them. So this is the best I can do. It's kind of a little nothing burner, but again, this is all I got. This game does have motion blur, although if you'll notice, it's off right now because it's an option. Anyways, so this happens to be Mr. Red's thank you stream. I already did Jongo's, and I don't remember who else's. We're doing Zalok's next week. Which will be the Quest for Glory block, specifically. And thirds will be Chaos Gate Demon Hunter. And I don't remember what else off the top of my head. There's several. What are we missing? So we're missing the egg, obviously. But what's bothering me is we're missing a key. Oh yeah, they still have to be funded normally. I can't just make a run happen. But I have a gargantuan bank of Dealer's Choice that is, like, I think like $10,000 total. And it's a few thousand entries. So I could make anything be funded like that. All I have to do is distribute some Dealer's Choice and make it happen more or less at will. I don't think we went over there. Hang on, let's try this real quick. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of motion blur. I get its usage, I just don't like it. I don't like blur in general, I've noticed. Blur in general tends to cause my eyes issues. But yeah, that's why this run, which wasn't even on the list until... technically ever. I technically never put it on the list. It's just Mr. Red said, I want you to run this as my thank you stream. And I said, okay. And then I did it. Bam! That's why every single one of these names here is actually a dealer's choice. 100% of them. I was right. We hadn't gone up here. Because there's gems we hadn't gotten. Either that or I missed them. Very possible. But yes, I think I've mentioned this before. I think something like 60% of my total donations actually go towards dealer's choice. Might even be more than that. I'm not actually sure off the top of my head. $2, Mr. Red. I can tell you that right now. And I tend to just kind of sit on it, and that way I can use it strategically. Because I know my schedule, and I know what people want to stream, and I know what I want to stream, and yada, 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 right? Like, being able to do things like the thank you streams is why I tend to sit on Dealer's Choice so much. So I was hoping for something to find the key. So I'll go ahead and take a hint for the key, please, because I am too stupid to find the key. Because that's an invisible wall, which is my only other idea. I've already been in there, and I've already been in there, and I've already been in there. Where are you, key? Reveal yourself to me. Vom, 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 vom. I will use my infinite power of Google. If you actually think about it, Google sounds like a stupid superpower, but hear me out for a second. Rewind time, like 50 years. Having the power to Google something would be an incredibly overpowered ability, like, historically speaking. Imagine you're in the 1800s and you have the power to just Google something. I don't have anything to say there. I just think it's interesting to think about every now and again. Okay, so we're just missing 10. I mean, hell, there's a reason why people tend to refer to having Google food, too, because even having access to Google isn't quite enough. You need to really know what you're searching for and how to search for it. And that should be everything? Yep. Booyaka. Except for the egg. We never found the egg. Where's the egg? Or can we get the egg? Let me rewind that question. Can we get the egg yet? Oh, we already got the egg? Where did I get the egg? Oh, the thief had it. Okay. Hello, my name's the Lore Runner. I'm a moron. 100%. Alright, let's see if the load time is just as bad going back. Nope. That was freaking instantaneous. As it should have been the first time. See you around, Blue Bullets. Give me your lives. Give me your delicious lives. Yes. Yes. Sorry, okay, so, so now we go this way, I think? Nope, wrong way. Wrong way, Lord. Now we go this way. Favorite Arnold one-liner? Just Batman and Robin. Just Batman and Robin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, can someone Google Spyro PC load times? That's crazy. Like, I'm sure it's just a lack of optimization thing, but we're playing on an SSD with a death machine computer. Like, there's not a lot I can do to make this faster. No, I've actually never liked that line like that.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
I mean, we were just talking about optimization with Pokemon. Like, guys, you can optimize code. We just talked about this. The only hard drives I have on my computer at this point... Well, actually, that's not true. So I don't have any hard drive in my computer at this point. Put it that way. The only 3.5s I have... Let's be clear with my terminology. The only 3.5s I have are over there on the external. And that's all archiving stuff. So no, OS, streaming software, games themselves, all that's on SSD. The actual games are on M2s. Really nice M2s, I feel like adding. Oh, that's a shame, Pika. Negative to everything. How much volume does the M2 have? I think it's a giger. And by a giger, I mean a terror. Do that or a 3. It's one of the two. Suppose I can go check. Hang on. Hit the stream brakes. Everyone go stab X for making me look this up. How big are you? It is 1 terabyte, as predicted. Back into it. That makes sense because this is my nice SSD, my nice M2, and those are very expensive.
Thanks, Spyro. I have the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Yes. But thank you. Oh my god, there it is. There's the nightmare voice. That is what I mean, yes, Flyga. I admit it irritates me how much they've decided to blend the terminology, so it gets harder and harder to get specific about what exactly you have. But yes, I have an actual nice NVMe. I don't remember all the specs. It is a very nice hard drive, even now. It was an extremely nice hard drive when I bought it. Aw, invisible walls.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in
What are you
blue
cooking?
around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
Looks like a turkey or something. I remember being stuck on this level last time because I couldn't make this jump. Of course, I still can. Just taking a leisurely stroll, don't mind me. Oh, those things are definitely getting a separate negative for audio spam. I hate those damn thieves. I really do.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
Yep, that was part of the delay this morning, Mr. Ed, was rather suddenly having to download 40 gigs of game. All we're missing is the egg. Well, that's cheap. Like, that's actually cheap. Oh yeah, we're water soluble. Yeah, could you imagine if being water soluble was just a regular thing in games? That would be terrible. Oh god, I can't see where he is. There we go. Just firing blind. Just completely blind there. Okay. Anyways, so I started firing. Make sure we're still 100%. Yep, okay, cool. Get out of here. Okay. Is that everywhere? Hang on. Of course, it doesn't say. Sure, let's change worlds. We'll do that once we get a second world. Okay, so we can't go in there. Nobody cares about this guy. You're a monster made from a gem. You don't matter, dude. So there's that. Hang on. Oh no, it is open. Hi, Easel. What are you doing here? You never watch my streams. Alright, we need to make sure that's actually Easel. Let's see. FF12 is the worst game I've ever played in my life. As is Hades. They're both just the worst. The worst. And here's that load time again. This is extraordinarily going to be a negative, because this is stupid. Oh yeah, these levels. I hate these levels. Alright, whatever. So, good to know. Mostly because they're timed. And we're dead. Okay, so I've decided to not commit to 100%ing this game, Mr. Red. Just so you know, that has just been removed from the table. do my best. But promises have been revoked. Not that I promised to begin with, because of course I didn't. So I guess actually nothing's changed. The end. Oh god. It's okay, all I have to do is perfectly fly through here on a timer and not hit any of the wrong buttons, including accidentally landing at any point in time. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. I've only got 8 seconds to go. Oh god. I'll make that in 3 seconds. Yeah, so. Okay, so hang on. Let's go do this little thing first. Ugh, okay, that's cool. And we're dead. Game? Okay. See, it says we have the chests. Maybe we can skip the chests? Hang on, let's test something while we're here. Maybe we won't be as negative about this. We'll just be extraordinarily toxically negative. Oh, we do have to get them all in one. Damn it! Alright, never mind. Toxic negativity mode engaged. This game is the worst game ever made in the history of the ever. A baby game for babies who don't know that Dark Souls is truly the one true game of amazing excellence. Truly, Dark Souls is the Dark Soulsiest of our little Dark Souls games. This is bonkers. Okay, now let's try going for this thing, which is way over here. This was a terrible idea. I'm not even gonna make it. Yep, nope, didn't even make it. Jesus Christ. This game is worse than Secret of the Stars in every way. Truly, there is no game as terrible as Spyro 1. Mega Man X7 wishes it was Spyro 1. We should probably do it now. Feels like a now thing. Wow, there's a delay on firing. I have no idea what my range is. It's just... Give me a second, I'll get him. Oh god, I'm missing one. Where did I miss one? Oh, god damn it! You get to 100% the game, Cybercon. The goal... It's a collectathon. The meat content is honestly 100%ing. Apparently there's also an extra ending. Who knew? And that's that level. Alright, so. Moving on. Yeah, that's... So we have just given up on 100%ing the game. Officially and formally. Sorry, Mr. Ed, but no. Much as I hate myself. Alright, time to take a latte break. Okay. Yeah, honestly, plus to gameplay for making the load time so terrible, we have a chance to hydrate. It's just, that's really thoughtful and considerate of them. Good morning, Walker. Plus for built-in hydration bot. Burn the books while we're here. And now it's... But no, I can't bow. But I can make Spyro bow. Thank you very much, Evo. Much appreciated. Oh, wow, we didn't die. Holy crap, we had a recovery moment. Literally 1 moment to recover. It's just jumping out of habit.
Psst. Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Oh, I like how we're just, like, a nice kid here instead of some action-y tude kid. Thank God Spyro will never go into action-y tude to tude. You know, I don't know, actually, Flagant. I know why water kills you in some earlier games, like GTA or Assassin's Creed. It's specifically because designing and programming water animations is hard. So, they didn't. They just said, nope. I should say that to make sure. Die, frog! I think you know, Mr. Red. Being the most action-y tude kid of all. That's true. It's, as weird as it may sound, limiting the player's access to areas gives the developer the opportunity to limit the player's access to areas so they can design a bit more flow to how things are supposed to go. Whether that's good or bad depends on how they do the designing.
Oh, it's you.
That is a strong tail.
Annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
So their metal armor, which they're wearing on their skin, does not react to being inflamed. I just wish it would be like, and then one of them's just like, ah! Oh god, it's right on my belly! Oh. Why did I put this on my belly? Oh. Yeah, I cast increased temperature. Oh, I should probably write down the fact that Evo actually did sub there. I couldn't bow. Without bowing, it throws me. I'm gonna bow anyways. There, now I know. Okay, so, Yanni, the evil one, for something. You wrote it down. There it is. Wrath of the Righteous. Evil bow. That was hysterical, Shadow Machine. Yes, I bow evilly. None will ever be able to outbow me. Lore was always evil. Astronaut with a gun. Spyro was originally PlayStation 1, so right era but wrong machine. You know, weirdly enough, I don't remember Part 2 and 3 as well as I do Part 1. Probably because Part 1 pissed me off more. I know, that's strange, but Part 1 has the damn thieves. And that last boss.
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Cool. What am I missing? 6 gems. What am I missing? Nothing. You sure we have to do it in one go? Because it says we have 60%. Unless that's just from the run we did when we gave up. In which case, never mind. Is there a way to cheat? Can we cheat? There's cheats, right? Oh, that makes sense easily. Okay. I die. Take out my frustrations on these Norks. Die, Norks. Die. Okay. I am playing on the PC because my PS4 probably died and/or my power cable. I hope it's the power cable, because if it's the PS4, then a lot of runs are getting asterisked in the near future. I don't really feel like buying a new PS4 right now. So, I'm curious of something, anyways. Because we've already been to this zone. But it looks like we're still having some late load time issues, even though we've already been there. It's really strange. Alright, whatever. Oh yeah, sure, all I have to do is find a PS5 that I could buy. That's all. I should probably mention I have been idly trying to buy a PS5 for about a year now, and I haven't succeeded at it. Okay. Also, yeah, PS4 emulation is not good. I've just been trying to buy a PS5, period. No bundles. I don't really have any interest in a bundle. None of the bundles are worth a damn for me. There's no ones I've seen. There's probably one that is actually worth the damn, but I still don't care. Okay. Now we're gonna go to arches next. Okay, arches it is. That means arches and then planes, and then we finish up with chests, if I'm understanding correctly. PS2 emulation is quite good. PS3 emulation is much more problematic because the PS3 is a nightmare box. I mean, it's not like... Whatever. Well, that's a waste of about 3 seconds. Yeah, that's Omega not happening. That took way too long on the planes. Because they deserve to die. Death to pilots and to the living. Yeah, we lost, got at least 15 seconds on the damn plane, so... Not surprising. I think I missed one. Nope, I didn't. Death to Snoopy! Death to them! Wait, why are we killing the Muppets? What do the Muppets do? You monster! Yeah, no, damn it. Alright, whatever. Cut our losses on that one. Start the cycle over. Go over here. So there's no speed up, is there? Nope. That chest cave sucks anyways, too. That's the best part. Okay. Like, I hate that chest cave so much. Based on positioning, this is almost assuredly the correct first choice, though, trains. Because it puts us out here where we can start any of the others. Well, 2 of the others. God damn it! Watch, this is when someone in chat's like, why aren't you using the tilt to turn faster? And I'll be like, what tilt? Thank you, Flagend. Appreciate you. I need someone to execute Flagend immediately, please. By bowing. Now, I still need a little bit of fortune because their timers are different. But I think we can make this work. So we're going to do him, And him. And then I was wrong. There's no more, so we're going to do this, and then this, and we're going to fail miserably. Oh, jeez. Come on. Yeah, there is one more. Good news. We're right on him, so we can cheat a little bit. We want... Oh, this is awful timing. Oh, yeah, this is failure. This is failure. Ugh! Did not think I could pull out of that. Okay. 100%. Am I missing anything? Just the boss. Alright, let's do this. Hey, RJ. Thank you for the kind thoughts. In the sea of negativity I bathe in every day, it's always nice to hear. Thank you. Alright. Hydration break. What? What? Dogs existing. They must be burned in the holy purifying fire. I mean, dogs that are trying to kill me are not something I'm really fond of. Believe it or not. I'm fond of most things trying to kill me. Really don't like those dogs.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the Artisan world.
Bring him on! I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Worst dogs in any video game? Call of Duty. If I had to pick one specifically, I'd probably go with Modern Warfare. One, sorry. Modern Warfare 1. Oh, you know what? From Soft Dogs. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, From Soft Dogs. If I had to pick a specific one, that's actually tough. But I'd probably go with the Jackasses and Bloodborne. Yeah, I hear you. Where are you? Bad idea. Worth it. Okay, whatever. Berserker strats are best strats. Hopefully I'm not going to get a donation right now from Valerian. That would get me killed by dogs! I knew it! He's just trying to increase my hatred of dogs. So I'll legally vote in ratification of his puppy-eating thing. Movements? That doesn't sound right. Petition? Whatever. I'm missing 11 gems somewhere. Oh yeah, did you like that boss fight we just did, by the way? Because that was a boss fight. Initiative, there we go. The puppy-eating initiative. Yeah, give me a save, please. Thank you. Ah! You thought you could hide from my extremely blind self, but the puppies were more dangerous than the actual boss. There. 100%. The only level that I'll ever 100% because I'm gonna miss one gem on that frickin' treetops level. Is there any special thing indicating you've no really 100%ed? It doesn't look like it. Oh, well, give me a save, please. You died. Sheep, apparently. Do I have health right now? No, I don't. Now I have health. Thank. I'm not sure if I have health. I'm gonna be honest. I might have health. Oh, we're reviewing it individually, Walker.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it. Alright, so let's write down some thoughts. I remember disliking this level the most. Not counting the final boss, obviously. Gosh darn it. Go. No way. I have an itch, like, in the worst spot. There we go. Ah. Oh, I'd kill for donuts. But I have something better. I want you to imagine a combination of, like, a cookie, and then a brownie, and then pumpkin pie filling. Yeah, it's kind of a pumpkin brookie, and it's really good. I have 2 things of them in my kitchen right now, because they're going away. And I wanted to get them before that. I am, comma, as predicted, comma, currently grabbing gems as a delightful dragon, period. I think I've mentioned this before. Lord Mom likes to know what games I'm streaming. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So I may stream Wednesday, and I may stream Thursday. However, I don't promise for either of them. So presume I'm not going to on either day. Because I have no idea when, what, or where. So, no schedule. We'll see what happens. just want to test something while we're here. See, that was a faster load time than when we did it initially. That's just weird. Seriously, has anybody, like, Googled this? And then this one's slow. I'm just confused by these at this point. I'm just amazed no one's come up with some kind of a patch fix or something. Like, Unicorn Scotch, you know how to fix this game, right? You don't? Alright, well, thank you very, very much. For nothing! I will put that towards Origins, thank you. Okay. Damn it, cat. We've got a cat getting in the way. We've got a hammer getting in the way. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Holtbolt. Oh, much appreciated. That's a good question. Hey, Mr. Red, what does the dragon do with the gems? My mother asks. I expect a serious answer to this question, because this is my mother. So it's all on you. I mean, obviously, Savaka. Apparently he eats them, period. And spends them on things he doesn't need for Black Friday, period. Sorry, I'm taking too long here. I apologize. He flies black licorice. Kill him! Kill him! Oh, sorry. She absolutely does not, Pancakes. No. She doesn't have a computer or a phone capable of watching a stream. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Black Friday. You know the best part? I can remember the last time I saw a Black Friday sale for something worth a damn. It was in 1999. Because, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but most Black Friday sales are, we're using this as an excuse to get rid of inventory that we haven't been moving. Pro tip, by the way, the overwhelming majority of companies in general, especially food and stock companies, the majority of people that sell things for Black Friday, they usually put things on sale because those things aren't selling. So it's the crap you either don't want or don't need. Lore Mom's favorite video game? Wheel of Fortune on the NES, which was the last video game she played. Let's stick with that for now. Sorry. I was thinking. So we're up to here. And here. And here. Okay. Let's jump back into it, shall we? I mean, we're going to someday, Ross. It's literally right there. I can see it in the box. So that is going to be part of the nest block. So...
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
And do. I own this, excuse me, on the PS4 and on the PC. Steam, specifically. Yep, I have bad memories in this area. Bad memories. Yeah, these aren't actually people. So it doesn't matter that I'm killing them. No, literally, if you remember during the intro cinematic, he even mentions specifically, Nasty Nork has figured out a spell to turn gems into minions. Literally turning money into minions. That's so interesting that I think we could actually have an entire, like, feature of that in a more serious game. And do something like, because that's a cool idea. Don't worry, they're nowhere near as bad as puppies. Nothing is as bad as puppies. Nothing. Honestly, if you asked me my knee-jerk answer to that, I would say no, Evo. These are summoned minions in the strictest sense of the word. However, if you want this to be secretly a horror film, game, then yeah, they're totally sentient and sapient. Until we burn them alive. What if they still feel? Oh, they do. I mean, it's not fun if you can't feel it being burned alive.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
feel personally attacked for some reason. Okay, so we got 2 key chests. See, at least here it makes perfect sense why that kills us. That just screams death water, right? Good morning, Chthon. Aw. Oh, okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, don't forget we're also playing a child, Evo. Teenager, I believe, specifically. Although maybe we're like 11, or no, 12. And then we'll turn 13 before the next game. And then the Tood will arise. And that right there is why I hate this stage. We'll get back to him in a minute. 1 key.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some...
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Him. Yep, that's him. God dang it. This is not fun to control. And we're dead. The bunnies are definitely just butterflies. Give me that. We got it, right? We're good. Of course, now everything respawned. Die, bunnies. Oh, I know, Easel. Remember, I played this game before. All 3 of them, actually. I can't wait to give Nasty a negative. Get it? Alright, so... I completely made it up, yes, period. I have no idea what he uses the gems for, period. It's not even close to what I said, phone. The funny part, of course, is that since we kill them to get the gems out of the enemies, and we do actually have to kill the enemies to get their gems, that means you can, they're like 100% recyclable from monsters into gems into monsters, which has very interesting implications that I'm sure this game from the PlayStation 1 era will definitely follow through on. Let's see, what do I want to shoot at with this? Is there anything worth shooting at? I just think there is. Or here, for that matter. Oh. Well, they're not alive to begin with, so I'd say we're doing them a favor. Let's go with one of these. Or not. Correct, Dream Whisperer. I don't remember by how much. Someone with access to the internet could tell you that. I do like shooting things. But alas, there is nothing to be shot. Ow. Ah, that aim. Oh god, yeah, there's so much dark echo here. Or echo? I forget how they pronounced it. Still missing quite a few gems. Okay, that was that. Got it. Okay. I know what. Okay, fine. Now what am I missing? Still a lot. That's what I thought. Okay. I don't think I can make that jump. I know I can't make that jump. I'm gonna try. Okay. Yep, didn't think so. Gain? Okay, that's cool. Purple dragons? What element would a purple dragon be? Also, no. But still, what element would a purple dragon be? Spatial, that's true. Very well. There are now purple dragons in the extant. Dragon, probably. Take it. Ugh. I mean, poison isn't an element in the extant, so no. And same thing about everything else everyone just said. But spatial, maybe. I can see spatial. Alright, so that's everything. Left to right, then. Alright, wait, when we get there. There's some soup and stuff. I'm awake, I'm awake. So, someone asked earlier if I've seen speedruns of this game, which of course I have, but I also kind of haven't. Very few people that I watch, or have watched, speedrun this game. They speedrun Spyro. on the PS1. And honestly, it's just not as interesting as of a speedrun to watch. IMO, of course. I mean, that's true for a lot of things. Very few people speedrun Ocarina of Time 3DS. They all speedrun Ocarina of Time N64, or GameCube. Which is funny, because the 3DS version actually has its own separate texts and tricks. In fact, some of you may or may not remember, I myself used one of those tricks, which was skip, what does that skip? Basically, you can get by the King of Zora without doing any of his stuff. You just go straight to Jabba Jabba's belly. Probably Easel. I mean, correct, Rex. You're absolutely right. It's just, I don't know. I find it interesting how much the speedrunning community in general tends to almost universally prefer older or original versions of games when it comes to speedrunning. Another example is you hardly ever see someone stream FF4 on the DS. You see them stream FF4 on the SNES.
Oh. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Nice spear. Damn. You know, I'm not sure why they steal the dragon eggs. I know why they steal the gems. I know why they steal away the dragons. The dragon eggs? The thieves are just pure evil. No, seriously, think about it. Think about that stupid laugh. Place. I mean, you haven't lived until you've eaten a dragon, I'm just saying. Alive. Hi, Zobe. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We might play it some year. No, I have not, Paranoid Android. In fact, the only Spyro and Crash games that I've ever played, you have seen me play, for they have all been on camera.
That you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
Nice bomb. Maybe we shouldn't give that to the forgetful guy. Just a thought. I mean, I'm just saying, if you think about it, roast dragon has got to be good, right? I can actually picture it in my head. It's just a little bit spicy, but like a crackling sort of spice, you know? Like when you've got pepper crust infused into a meat, you know? And I definitely haven't spent way too much time thinking about what fictional creatures taste like. No, it's not stringy. It's delicious. It is the perfect combination. Dragon is just, A little bit crispy, but I don't know. Crispy doesn't feel like the right word. I can picture it. It tastes like this. There you go. Just read my mind for a second. Gonna pass the loathing. Of course, it's a frickin' sealed chest. Came all this way for nothing. Oh, well. In your... What in my setting eats dragons? So dragons are elemental creatures in my setting, so they don't really technically have the same physicality as most, mortal creatures. Having said that, there are things that are higher tier than dragons in my setting. Reavers come to mind immediately. And I can just picture the Devourer being like, on some dragons. Yeah, dragons are sentient in my setting. By sheer virtue of having reached the point of being a dragon, they have reached sentience and sapience. Okay. No, Evo. Grievers.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
Nope.
Born to glide.
I am not a good glider, no. The Grievers are skyscraper-sized, insect-looking death machines. I think is the simplest way I can describe a Griever. I'd have to think about if there's anything high, like if there's an apex predator above a Griever. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think now we can go down. Kill some bunnies. Delicious bunny meat. What? Okay. Oh god, Takoida. That's only approximately terrifying. Are Grievers edible? I'm not sure. Because that's basically asking me, like, is a chip edible? To which the answer is kinda, yeah. I mean, if you can digest titanium and that kind of things, you got this, but, yeah, I was gonna say, anything's edible at a certain ratio, at a certain level of acidity. But I'm gonna lean towards no for the spirit of the question in market. Oh, I need to go this way. So let's go with no. Non-edible. Dragons aren't really edible either, unless you eat energy, in which case. I should probably mention there are actually several species who eat energy in my setting. Luvari could try. They might not enjoy that experience. But yes, a blue mage would actually be a legitimate threat to a dragon. Hang on, I'm actually trying something specific. Because I see him, he's right over there. But that didn't actually work out the way I thought it would. So... let's try the obvious first. Yep, okay. Also, nope. You know the funny part, Evo? In order to eat a dragon, it would have to still be alive, otherwise its energy would dissipate. So the only way to eat a dragon would be if it was still alive. So there's a slope here, but... Oh, I see it. Would not have gotten that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't get that last time, either.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Okay. Well, there's the key. So, let's wrap this up. God, that's really evil, Evo. Why do you always come up with the evil stuff? Good lord. Oh, right, it's in the name. Sorry, never mind. Question withdrawn. I appreciate your restraint, by the way. I do. Alive, plugin. We have to eat them alive. I mean, you could try to cook them in a stew, it's just not going to accomplish much. They're just sitting there like, what? You're like, are you dying yet? Dude, this is only like a few hundred degrees. This isn't even touching me. Oh, okay. Also, I'm a fire dragon. Oh, yeah, that's true. Listen, do you want to hop in the oven? No, that's not going to do it either. Okay. Next. Over here. Yeah, the load back always loads quite quickly. It's very strange. Oh, right. Gotta get our liquid break in. Honestly, if you tried to cook a dragon, I think they'd just be bemused by it, you know? Like, what are you doing? I'm trying to cook you to eat you. Are you succeeding? Well, at the moment, no. Do you want help in cooking me? No. I can do this on my own. Okay. Well, you let me know if you want any help. But they just pull out a book. I mean, if they can actually get melted tungsten, I think they've got other problems. Alright, we got the tungsten melting, and it's just melting straight down through everything.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Why do you have the dinkiest little buckler? Oh, there you go. Tungsten volcano. There we go. The dragon's like, what are you doing? What? I'm trying to drag you into this volcano. You realize that you will die from the proximity to heat before I do in your effort to drag me to it. Well, yeah. I was hoping you'd go the rest of the way yourself. Into the volcano. Into the volcano, yeah. Also, Evo apparently does not remember the picture of a water dragon I shared her. And yes, I actually have heard of Intellivision Amico. Now, if you're asking if I've ever used one, the answer is no. I have heard! So, do you know there's no double jump in this game? Because for some reason I thought there was a double jump. There isn't. So FYI, no double jump. Everyone take notes. Alright, let's just charge something at the edge of a cliff. Aw. Vaguely hoping to fall to my death there.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
What I'm trying to say, Spyro, because we're playing God of War 5 now, is that you have to hit them with the X button, and then 3.5 seconds later, you need to hit them with the Y button. Any questions? That's a good question. Does anybody actually like ice physics? Not in a game like Mario Odyssey or Mario Galaxy or Mario Galaxy 2, where ice physics is actually extremely awesome. But that's not really ice physics at that point. That's just ice skate physics. Like, they bypass the ice physics problem by giving you a completely different method of movement. So, I would actually argue that doesn't even qualify as ice physics at that point.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. I guess, but banal. Alright, Mr. Red, I have a task for you. You have to invent a new personality and one-note, like, character thing for that one dragon we just freed. Go. Remember, he has to look like whatever his personality is, because this is a cartoon. He looks like a dragon. That's the whole point, Mr. Red. He has nothing. He has no personality. I could turn that into a lot of different jokes, but we're just gonna let that sit. Nice and careful with these. Not in a rush. He's in a rush, though. Don't be in a rush, kids. Oh yeah, he also has to give some kind of sage advice, Mr. Red. That's your second writing challenge. What's the sage advice he gives? That's not true, Dream Whisperer. No one is allowed to be boring in my new empire. Okay, so he's got a pair of pretend dragon horns.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Damn, so he's got a fake dragon nose. He says, you know, I love charging things, but it gives me a headache. I wish I could flame things on you. And Spyro gives him advice on flaming things. Excellent. You should also make him a Nork. Just to really throw it.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
In hell! Now, if you could just jump into this cooking pot really quick. I'm missing 40? Jesus. That way. I must have missed an entire area. Good lord. Okay, let's get a save in. Still this way. I see a gem. Way over there. Too. I don't think I can make that jump. I cannot make that jump. Okay. Hi, Dark Day. Two negatives for visual design, Evo? It's kind of harsh, but, I mean, okay. If that's what it takes, Evo, then that's what we'll do. Frogs, Flagand. You know, I don't... Okay. So, I'm afraid Flagand has given in to the crack. Don't do crack like Flagand. Whoa! How do you stop hovering? Is there a way to drop? You know, like in Mario, for example? Triangle to drop, which means it's probably not triangle. Let's find out. It was actually triangle. That's insane. Gotta do more backtracking. I mean, that map is a toggle, if that's what you mean. So at the moment, the only HUD that would be visible, if I had it off, was the key. I am not picking that phone up. How did Paradise Killer go? It was a net positive game. Definitely. And at the moment, I'm more worried about Alex Korbianiki than anything else, because not only did he not show up for his own game, but he hasn't shown up, period. I'm hoping he's okay. And that's 100%. Let's test something. Rather than going all the way down to the exit thing. Yeah, life's interesting right now. I haven't taken over the world yet. No, it looks like that's stuck. Okay, honestly, the fast travel, and this is a fast travel system, probably qualifies as a positive. The fact that you can just warp to a level like that from a menu, from anywhere, is, that's good. That's a good fast travel system. Did the original have that? What the hell? Oh, okay. What? confused the crap out of me. So I heard sprite work. I'll jot that down as a potential right now. Okay, back into it. Hang on, I was told to go here. And now we're leaving, because there's no reason to be here. But I am, as ever, your dancing monkey. So where haven't we been? We went over there, went over there. We ate the bunnies. We haven't been to Clifftown. Latte break. What is her name? There's a YouTuber I'm stealing the latte break thing from, and I can't remember her name. Hang on a second. It's gonna bother me. Well, her channel is called GameChamp 3000. So, that. You should go watch her. She's a great challenge runner. When you say consume the powers of, if you mean borrow their abilities so that they can then use them for themselves, yes. If you mean completely remove that mage's ability to use magic henceforth, the answer is no. However, one thing a blue mage can do is drain the mana, the existing mana, of another mage. Or in gameplay terms, imagine that a black mage and a blue mage are fighting. I can also charge someone, Europe. Like that. And a black mage is like, ha-ha, I'm gonna super ultra cast Meteor on your face. And the blue mage drains their mana so they can't cast. I like Darth Nihilus, except less galaxy destroy-y, and more ways around it. Oh god, it's one of them. Oh god, I don't know, Dark Day, what are you in the mood for? Give me something to go off of.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
Is there tech to stop magic? Magitech can be resistant to and prevent magic from operating properly, yes. But Magitech is magic in its own way. It's confusing. But point being, Magitech is a different thing. So straight tech, no. Well, if you're interested in other Dragon Quest games, might I recommend emulation, because all of the other ones aren't really available in a readily available format. Having said that, if you have access to emulation, I can and will recommend Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 on the DS. Specifically play the remakes. Do not play the originals. I am not recommending 2, Savacom. I'm sorry. I'm not recommending 1 or 3 either, if that makes you feel any better. 9 is also on the DS, but, well, let's figure out accessing 4, 5, and 6 before we start recommending all willy-nilly. If you like 4, 5, and 6, which are a loose trilogy, then I would go ahead and recommend picking up 7, which is on the 3DS, 8, which is on the 3DS, and 9, which is on the DS. If you want to play 1, 2, and 3, there are worse games. We played a worse game just about a week ago. But in all honesty, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 are very, very old JRPGs, and you need to know what you're getting into there. They are the origination of the JRPG genre, and everything that that implies.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Why do you have gems encrusted into your jaw? And does that hurt? Yeah, do we have any word on the remake of 3? Because I haven't heard any word on that in months. Like, nothing. I'm quite fortunate. I actually own all the games I just mentioned, so no problem streaming them. Because those games are very expensive now because they're console locked. That sucks. Very carefully, Hugo. Damn it, no word. Yeah, as usual, Square likes to announce things way too far in advance. I know that's common in general, but God, Square are just the kings of that. Hey, some year we'll be working on this game. Okay, that's cool. When's it coming out? A few years from now. Much worse than Bethesda. Because Bethesda announced Elder Scrolls 6 way too far in advance. But that's it. Like, you remember when Skyrim was announced? Because I'll give you a hint, it was announced 1 year before it came out. And there are other examples I can list for Bethesda too, but the point is Bethesda doesn't have a long-standing habit of doing this, unlike Square, which does this constantly. It's really frustrating. And that's what you were hearing, Savako. I want to kill him. I want to kill Nasty in his stupid goddamn face so hard. Because this right here, you see what you're seeing right here? For those of you not familiar with this game, I'm emulating the final boss right now. No joke. This is the final boss fight. Again, not being hyperbolic. This is the final boss fight. Yeah, it's another one. Dragon Quest 12. Where the hell's that game? But yeah, I remember they had a big Dragon Quest thing last year. And I was like, hey! And they showed off about 3 seconds of absolutely nothing other than, I think, the title of Dragon Quest 12. Don't mistake me, I'm actually hyped. I mean, I can name 3 Dragon Quest games I don't like. 1, 2, and 3. So, I'm interested in general. And 11 was legit. Like, it's not like their quality has been going down. Alright, let's get as much height as we can. Grab a save. And jump. Nope. If they fixed the gameplay in 1 and 3, then they would be basic games, as opposed to, well, bad. Builders 1 is okay. Builders 2 is amazing. I highly recommend it. In fact, I'm looking forward to my audit run of Builders 2. It'll be the 3rd time I've played Builders 2 overall. Make of that what you will. With my level of spare time, it'll be the 3rd time I've played Builders 2. Listen, Sabacon. Anyway, so, having now addressed her concerns, Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's on multiple systems. You can get it on PC, on Switch, and probably other stuff. It is an exceptionally good game. You heard me, exceptionally. I am honestly looking forward to replaying it. My niece started playing it. So my niece is actually really into Minecraft. And I was like, do you mind testing something for me, kiddo? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I fired up Dragon Quest Builders 2 and had her start playing through it, and she loves the crap out of it. It is absolutely an RPG. So the way I like to describe it, you know how most RPGs are combat-focused? Well, this one isn't. I mean, it kind of is, but, like, the vehicle of the core combat is less combat and more build. Imagine... Of course, now I have had a whole way to describe this, and now I'm losing it. Imagine if instead of, you know, you run around the overworld, and it's like... Instead of that as the core gameplay loop, it's Minecraft, but good.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
And yes, Dragon Quest XI is going to score bonkers good under the current system. My niece likes a bunch of different types of games, actually. She likes right now she's going through a big Minecraft kick. She's also a huge Pokemon fan. And of course, the aforementioned Dragon Quest Builders 2, which she's been enjoying a lot. Her parents have requested that I don't actually allow her to borrow my copy of it, so she can only play it when I'm there with her. So oftentimes when I go to visit, she'll be like, can we play Dragon Quest Builders 2, please? My niece's favorite Pokemon is Rockruff, which I believe is Gen 5. It's not a new layout, Edward Bedore, but thank you. This is actually one of the oldest layouts we have. This layout was kind of Frankensteined into the 4x5 and the 5x4 layout, which you normally see. This is the 16x9 layout, which we use for any game which is locked to 16x9. I'm glad you like it, though. Oh god, easel games. That would be much worse. Okay, now what? Okay. Damn right I'm the best uncle ever. I didn't have that growing up, really. So I kind of want her to have that. I was raised by my mom. So, you know, single parent, and she worked full-time, so not a lot of presents there. No judgment. That's, you know, life. Listen, Edward Bedore, I don't mean to stress you, but if you don't hit the right button in 3 seconds, everyone dies. How did I miss those? But yes, so she's obviously well into video games. Funny little factoid. So, my niece is younger than I was. Oh, that's a great game. Real talk, if anybody wants a fun co-op or party game, Keep Talking and, Keep Topping or the Bomb Explodes. Shoot, I can't remember the actual name of the game now. What's the name of that game? Like, the actual name of that game. Still behind me, huh? Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes? I can't remember the exact name of the game, but it's an awesome game and you should totally play it. Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. There we go. Okay, good. Whew. No, she's never actually finished the series. She got into Buffy, mostly thanks to her sister. Anyways, I was getting off topic. So when my niece, I didn't start appreciating story in general until I could actually point to the very specific point. It was Final Fantasy IV, that is to say, Final Fantasy II on the SNES. That may sound pathetic. You may say, well, didn't you used to watch shows and movies? Yeah, but I didn't really get into things like character or, you know, plot or themes or stuff like that until Final Fantasy IV, which really was kind of the beginning of that for me. How the crap? Now, I was actually decently old when that happened, because, you know, that game didn't come out until I was a teenager. But I mention it because my niece isn't that age yet, so one of the things I want to do... There we go. I mean, they were, right? So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is soon I'm going to sit her down and have her try out Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, and Earthbound. Those are the 3 specific ones. And I'm going to see what she thinks of RPGs. Games that have a substantially higher focus on story. I've already told her this, too. It's like, you know, at some point, you know, when you get the urge to try, this is what I want to do with you sometime. I've already talked it over with her parents, obviously. Yeah, original versions. SNES, SNES, and SNES. Not that there is any other version of Earthbound, because screw us. Why not Mother 3? Hang on, I need to kill Trihexia really quick here. There we go. Alright, so, as I was saying, that's something I want to try out at some point. Just see what she thinks of it. Yeah, I heard the new Valheim expansion drop today. Pax isn't here anymore, otherwise I'd ask him about it. My sister does not really have time for video games. She herself has quoted herself as not being a video game player, but she enjoys them when she gets a chance to play them. Dragon Age Origins? So the first time I would be okay with my niece playing Dragon Age Origins is when she's old enough for it. There's no definitive timer there for that. It's when I feel like she has reached an age where she's okay with that. However, if you put a gun to my head and force me to come up with a number, I would say 20. Interesting. God, I hated that old FF Marathon. Like, picture the oldest, most pathetically terrible thing you've done. Like, about something you're creative about or interested in. And that's the FF Marathon for me. It was literally one of the first streams we ever did. And it showed. Good God, it showed. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff to pick up on in Dragon Age Origins, like in terms of depth and politics and character and just the general nuance of the storytelling. It also has the Broodmother. So, you know. Swiss, Edward Bador. Swiss is best. Only melted, though. I don't like any cheese non-melted. But yeah, I say 20 specifically because there's a decent chance you've finished college at that point. And in my experience, I like Gouda. In my experience, most people, I guess this sounds controversial, are not themselves yet until they've finished college. Or that range. They've had a chance to develop, they've had a chance to grow, and they've started the beginnings of figuring out who they are. Then they go deal with the nonsense of starting off real world, you know, which is either college, work, or both, in my case. And yeah, they've had a chance to actually develop who and what they are. So, 20. Even that's probably a little bit too early. But I was asked for the minimum, and the minimum I gave. This is interesting. Is there another way up here? That looks like that's a thing. That is a thing. Okay, we'll wait until we can do that then.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Why? Because you're gonna kill him? Are you a murderer? Is that what this is? Case closed. Time to execute justice. Why would I do such a cruel and unusual thing? Of making my niece play Secret of the Stars. Mass Effect? Yeah, I could say Mass Effect. I mean, you're asking me what I almost consider an invalid question, Lord Harriman, but if I had to... yeah, I would probably say high school range. Like you say, 16-ish for Mass Effect. And even that's mostly just because of the aforementioned appreciation thing. Like, there's not really a lot of questionable content in Mass Effect, despite what Fox News would have you believe. You liking these boss fights? There's a lot of death. And Mass Effect 3 really likes to lean into the guff factor a little bit too much. In fact, I dinged it for that. I stand behind. Okay. Oh, I died. Oh, wow. I think it's the first death from damage. Well, let's start the entire boss fight over. Does Spyro have a good story? Someone in chat, tell me the plot of Spyro 1, please. should be 100%, and that's because it is. I guess I could just leave. Yeah, Cycloud's summary of the plot is quite accurate. Gems were stolen. People were turned into stone. Go fix it. Well, if I'm not doing well at a platformer, then something's wrong, Mr. Red, so I'll take that. I, of course, immediately get hit after saying that. You know what? No. If I'm doing bad on a platformer, there's two options. Either, you know, I suck, or I'm playing Super Mario Bros. 1. So yeah, let's go do the flight levels, speaking of sucking at platformers. I don't actually remember where it is. We did that, we did that, we did that. We did that? Nope, we did not do this yet. That's right. This is good. Oh yeah, latte break. Rings first. Got it. I have played Mega Man X with input lag. It sucks. But then again, it's me, and I've literally sped-run Mega Man, including Mega Man X. So, I tend to notice frame drops, never mind, you know, actual real lag. Hell, I had something like, I want to say, damn, okay, well, that sucks. We'll get some practice in. 15 millisecond latency on one of my monitors, and that was unacceptable levels for me. We do arches. And then we die. My niece has played Mario Odyssey, where usually I'm playing Cappy and she's playing Mario. Obviously. We've also played Mario 3D World, where I'm playing Mario and she's playing... excuse me, she's playing Mario, and I'm playing Bowser Jr. These only +2. Oh god, what's left? What's left? Light! Got it, okay. My niece does like reading books. She's just gotten into reading relatively recently. I hope to break her of that habit immediately and get her onto the real intellectual activity. Playing video games. Actually, real talk, she's straight up forbidden from playing mobile games. Just across the board. And she's asked why, and I've explained it to her quite thoroughly. For those curious, there are two primary pillars for why that is. The first is the obvious manipulative dopamine garbage. And the second is the financial side of things. Oh, sorry, that's actually not true. There's also a third reason. The third reason is that, and I'm going to be as nice about this as I can, well, there are actual mobile games out there. Finding those is kind of like finding a gem in the desert, you know? There's a whole lot of gruch in the mobile gaming market. Way too much. So if she wants to play a video game, she can ask me. It's Major. I can probably direct her towards a video game. If she wants to play an interactive screensaver, which effectively is not a video game, then tough. You might think, but Lore, you'd be okay if she was an adult. No. I have successfully convinced my sister to stop playing mobile games, too. Pull out. Oh my god. Have you seen... So there's this Star Trek mobile... Excuse me. There's this Star Trek Mobage, which is like Bridge Simulator... Not Bridge Simulator, sorry. That's a different game. It's like, oh man, it's super amazing. You get to build your ship and set it up with your crew of people from all across Star Trek. And it's garbage. And they actually pull Trek actors. And the Trek actors are the ones who, you know, try to sell it because they're the ones playing the games. And, you know, it's really funny. Because I was having this discussion with my brother-in-law yesterday. Because this is Monday. No, this is Tuesday. I was having my discussion with my brother-in-law 2 days ago about how awful Brent Spiner is as a person. And, no, seriously, look it up sometime. Of the TNG crew, almost all of them are legit people. And then there's Brent Spiner, who's an asshole. Guess who's the main Star Trek actor pushing that game? I know that doesn't really have anything to do with anything, because after all, Patrick Stewart is in the worst film I've ever seen in my life. But I find that amusing. He's just a dick. That's it, Tiny Hippo. There's no... It's not like he's some garbage person. He's not some horrible person. He's just a dick. That's it. He's just an asshole. There's nothing else there. Yeah, he's like the total opposite of Jonathan Frakes. Who is just a warm-hearted, kind, giving person who's funny and amusing and kind of awesome and goes out of his way to try and make his, you know, his actors and his friends' days a little bit better. Like, Frakes is awesome. Frakes is a great person. Spiner's kind of not that. Kinda, yeah, Spartan, to be completely honest. Not that severe, obviously. That's why I have to clarify, because we're in the era now where we're seeing legitimately garbage humans. And I want to clarify that Brent Spiner is not a legitimately garbage human being. You know, he's no Rick Berman, he's no, Roddenberry. Oh my god. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, LeVar Burton's a national treasure. No joke. LeVar Burton is a great dude. Honestly, most of the TNG cast are pretty cool people off camera. Like, I focus on Frakes a lot because he's just kind of the best. But Patrick Stewart is a pretty cool guy by all accounts. LeVar Burton is a fantastic person. Denise Crosby is a pretty legit person. You know, just etc. Right? Like, they're all cool people except for Brent Spiner, who's a dick. Dorn, yeah, Dorn's pretty awesome. Having said all that, I'm not sure about Will Wheaton. So I've actually, some of you may know this, I've actually met Will Wheaton in person once. Now that was kind of at a semi-professional thing. That was at a convention, a geek convention about D&D. So I'm a little biased on that. I have been told Wheaton is awful, but I don't actually know any specifics on that one. So I don't know if Wheaton qualifies for the awesome crew category of PNG. A little bit better idea where I'm going this time. Oh, Wheaton was completely screwed over during D&G. Not exactly the only actor to have that happen, too. Avery Brooks is a decent dude, but he is an unashamed dude, is what I like to call someone like him. He has his opinions, and he does not hold back about them, and he is not polite about them whatsoever. Very, very flat, right? Kate Mulgrew is also a pretty decent person until politics gets involved, at which point the conversation has to change. I have no idea, Yura, and don't care. But, she does get a little bit militant. Is this it? Did we finish? I mean... Garrett Wong's awesome. Oh, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. McNeil is awesome.
How fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
Hold up. Okay, so we're good then. We have 100%ed.
Hop on, Spyro.
Robert Picardo is an amazing human being. Robert Picardo is probably the #2 person behind Frakes with regards to just general warm-hearted awesomeness. Although, actually, I guess LeVar Burton is really high up there, too. So Burton, Picardo, and Frakes are like the 3 top tiers when it comes to real-life people. Yeah, Shimmerman's pretty high up there, too. That's, death. And there's a thief. First thing. Right off the bat. Opening with that. Generally speaking, yes, Savacom. I personally have a theory about that. I theorize that someone who is a good director probably has an understanding of how people work. You know, how to work with people. And thus tends to have more general empathy than other people do. That is, of course, not universally true because asshole directors do exist.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
You catch all that, Lunaroth? Because that's the plot right there. Oh yeah, Nana Visitor's pretty awesome, too. You just get to hear this now while I figure this out. Yeah, Kubrick is a good example of a director who is not a good human being. I don't have a better way of phrasing that. Just, wow, you know? What the crap? Yeah, James Cameron's another example of this. Someone who is a little bit too... hard to argue the quality of the directing, but, you know... Now, what's funny is Spielberg has been around long enough that we could actually chart a bit of a course of how decent of a person he is off camera. Because it's kind of gone down and then up and then down and then up over the course of his career. Because Spielberg's been around for a while. He's probably one of our longest standing of the old, the 70s directors that are still going. Because there's a few of those. Sorry, give me just a moment, please. I need to do something here. Why is the music not playing? Oh, that's why. Because, okay. Hang on. Let's do this. Let's kill this guy. Let's get juked. Gotta get juked. Very important. You asshat. Can I at least not hear it over here? Oh my god, listen to the range on which I can hear that. No, Peter Jackson's a cool guy. The only reason I hesitated on Peter Jackson is he's not like as, heartwarming or like awesome as a lot of the other people I mentioned. And he is absolutely a perfectionist. He will drive his cast very hard. But, unlike Kubrick, he actually gives a damn about the people that he's working with. That's pretty much the biggest crime Kubrick has, is he really does not have a degree of empathy for his actors or his sub-directors or his cinematography people or anything like that. I don't actually know much about Jerry Ryan off camera. Can't speak much to her. Roxanne Dawson's awesome, though. And honestly, needs more credit, because she's a great director. Yeah, exactly, Estes Blakes. That's why I have to clarify that. Kubrick is definitely the film matters before anything else kind of a guy. And that was a legitimate. It was a common thought process in Hollywood for quite a while there, honestly. I obviously don't agree with that, but, Ethan Phillips is just a marshmallow. In a good way. Would I recommend Super Mario World? Yes. Would I recommend Bowser's Fury? Yes. However, those are two separate games. I would, however, recommend both of them. They're both awesome. I know, Blade Travell. When I say Ethan Phillips is a marshmallow, to be clear, I mean that as a positive thing. He is I don't know what it's called. He's a marshmallow. It's like this cute little puppy. He's like, hi, and is also a good actor. Ethan Phillips is a surprisingly good actor. And they turned that into Neelix. Yeah. I actually can't think of her name, but Kessa's actress did not have a good time of her post-Trek life. Not the only actress like that, I might add. Tim Russ is similar to Frakes in that he's a bit of a jokester and, kind, heartwarming, etc. Yeah, decent dude. Russ is great. Russ is great. And thank you very much, Lola Moss. I will put that towards Dawn of War 2. Thank you. I need to write down some thoughts. I'm going through this game so quickly, I'm falling behind. Still need to make lunch happen. The guy who plays Tucker is not just a great actor, he's a pretty cool dude. And, as I've pointed out before, the woman who plays T'Pol, I'm actually failing at names right now, is also a good actress and a pretty awesome person. Unfortunately, my knowledge starts to drift off at that point. Jolene Blaylock, thank you. Jolene Blaylock and, oh gosh, I can't think of her name. His name. The guy who plays Reed is also a pretty legit guy. I don't know anything about Scott Bakula off camera. I know he can act. I know it's a thing that is possible. I've seen him act. It's just, you know... Like, it's like we were talking about with, Morrison, I think? Tamura Morrison? The actor for Jango Fett. I've heard him do a good voice acting job. I have literally heard him be a good voice actor, so I don't know what was happening in Bounty Hunter. Something somewhere was getting in the way. I got nothing. The guy who plays Phlox is apparently a pretty cool dude off camera. Unfortunately, I know very little about the actor who plays Travis and the actress who plays Hoshi, probably at least partially because they are such non-characters. Something I am adamantly going to try and change in the rewrite. I would like to think I have already succeeded at that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Ross, if only you actually read my discussions about the Trek rewrite, if only, then we could talk about your character, but alas. Alas and alack. I agree, Space Cadet. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Combs is fantastic. Off camera, obviously. I mean, obviously he's a fantastic actor, but there's plenty of good actors who are, you know, trash people. Jeffrey Combs is legit. Jeffrey Combs is also a bit of a geek. So, that's another little thing there. I'm sorry this is taking me so long. The worst part is I gotta go do some paperwork immediately after this, too. Well, either that or Space Cadet is correct, Playterville, and he literally wasn't being directed. Like, an absence of direction is a very real problem for a lot of voice actors. The best voice actor in the world can only do so much when they don't know who their character is, or what they're doing for the scene, or what their motivation is, or anything, right? If you're just given the lines, there's only so much you can do with that. Alright, so let's pause, because I actually did want to check something here, which is the guidebook, specifically. So, the Peacekeeper's World. Yeah, Tara Strong, who is one of the most prolific and experienced voice actresses in English, did kind of a job as Riku in FF10 because of a lack of direction. Sometimes, when I say lack of direction, one of the other problems, too, is sometimes, and this happens more often than it should, a voice actor will give a take, like, so, you know, the individual character of the dragons you rescue are one note, but still add some delightful flavor to things. And you notice I was just kind of flat with how I said that. And then, either because of time or budget or lack of talent, the director will say, done, and they'll use the initial take, rather than what should happen, which is, you know, okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to emphasize a couple of points a little bit different. I want you to have a little bit of flow, and add a little bit more energy to say it, to how you say it. And then you're supposed to do a second take, and a third take, and in some cases a 15th take. And yeah, exactly, Estes Flakes. They use the table read just to save time. And it's like, that sucks. But you know what doesn't suck is Spartan. Thank you, Spartan, very much. As always, and as ever, I appreciate you. Thank you. I will put that towards the Dragon Age block. I mean, I honestly don't know why we didn't do the block system back in the day. I think it just never occurred to me, honestly. Because I agree, it's a system that works. Well, some blocks shouldn't happen. Like, we're probably not going to do a Dragon Quest block because that would be months. Games are long. You're right, Playtuball. You're absolutely right. Nowadays, we have ways to adjust the inflation of funding, so... Okay, back into it. Sorry about the delay.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent!
Go ahead, try it.
But what do cards have to do with supercharging?
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly.
Really?
I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
So, yes, I did say that, Savicom, but not in a negative way. Not in a I'd get tired of it way. The point I was trying to make with that statement was that I do prefer reviewing games alongside other games of similar type, because it helps me to keep my brain in the zone and in gear for that type of review. Sorry, we're here to kill Vivi. Well, you see, Mr. Red, if I had to name a specific level that was a favorite, I don't think I could. But I did give the previous bundle, Peacekeeper's World, 2 positives. So make of that what you will. Who's Gigi? This is a joke. I know who Gigi is. Just making a point. Nobody likes Gigi. Nobody! Hell, Gigi doesn't like Gigi. Okay. Yes, Evo. Well, Greg is awesome. Not just for his music. Greg is the kind of wholesome person that Final Fantasy needed. I'm just gonna say that. No, Yura. But thank you for asking. It's okay, I knew that what was coming as soon as I opened up the possibility of the thank you blocks. There are worse fates. I'm not here to complain. Okay, after this, we'll be back to terrible games. I'm just joking. Although I am rather nervous about the Quest for Glory block. Okay. Well, no, once we get to the runner games, like, my mood's probably going to go up a bit. because we're playing games that I want to play. Like, regardless of quality, you have to understand, a lot of these games I just walk into hesitant because, some of them I like and some of them I don't. That's reality. I was thinking about that with regards to, damn it, Paradise Killer, we just finished. Because Paradise Killer, whenever we try random weird games, I have no idea if they're going to be good, bad, or in between. Nobody knows that. There's nothing we get there. So, I don't really mind covering games like Paradise Killer, because how else am I going to know if it's a good game or not? How else am I going to try stuff? As I was mentioning earlier, I tend to value variety. I like trying out new stuff. So even though Paradise Killer was Paradise Killer, I still would rather, try out random games like that than not. I don't know what else to add to that. Yes, sorry, this is a thank you to Mr. Red for his work on the highlight reels, which I can no longer afford to pay him for. But I am still grateful for his work on it. I've wondered that a couple of times too, Yura. And again, I do think, legitimately, I do think it would be a loss overall because of because of missing out on the variety, right? Because of missing out on what I can do, or what we can try out, or what we can see, or what we can... I mean, there's plenty of games that I never would have tried out if not for the show, I'll take a hint on this one, because I have a feeling I know what it is. Yeah, exactly, Yura. Exactly. It's not what I thought it was. Okay, no, I remember this one. Yeah, I never would have played Cyber Shadow. Not that I have anything against Cyber Shadow, it's just, it wasn't even on my radar until, I think Javan added that. And now I praise the hell out of it. Speaking of which, you should play Cyber Shadow. Hollow Knight, yep. Never would have played Hollow Knight. I was pretty adamant about that one. Damn it, okay, hang on. Never would have played Plague Tale. Yep, that's another good one. Another game I recommend. Too far left. You see, the problem for me, Yura, was Cyber Shadow was completely off my radar. I'd never even heard of it until someone added it. And I was just like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I never would have played Psychonauts 2 if not for the show. That's another one. There we go. Booyaka. And that's everything, right? Yep. Sciente. Let's do this. So I'm going to try out something weird here. Let's do our job for a minute. Correct. Psychonauts 1 is the one with the meat circus, and while it is a quirky game and a unique game, it honestly kind of sucks. It is a game that has not aged all that well. Why are you even still here? I killed you. What do you even have anymore, buddy? I have actually played Brutal Legend, although we will never stream it. It's actually on the Veto list, I believe. It's a damn shame, I might add. Yeah, so I should explain that real quick. You're probably wondering why a game that I actually praise is on the Veto list. So, Brutal Legend uses several licensed songs as part of the gameplay. So, you're literally going to be missing out. Like, the game just will not be the same playing it on mute. So, there's no point, right? Like, because we would have to play the game on mute because it has tons of licensed music. And so, it just wouldn't be the same. It would be a very disinteresting experience. It would be like streaming... Actually, this is a perfect example. It would be like if someone asked me to stream Rock Band or Guitar Hero. Oh, yes, I wouldn't have played Ghost of Tsushima without the show either. Especially since when it was first being put out, it was being branded as a Dark Souls kind of game. Which I suppose is a good time as any to mention I wouldn't have played Bloodborne without the show. Do I already have high caves? I do not. I'm going to be this way for that. I like how the main goal of these wizards is just to troll you. They're not even actually trying to hurt you. They just want to troll you. Yes, I never would have played the Yakuzas either. Which is funny, because I actually really like beat-em-up games, but nobody has ever branded those beat-em-up games except for me. Good night, Lunarith. Do well. Be good. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that I know of anyways. I never would have played Elden Ring. Who actually calls the Yakuza games beat-em-ups. But I stand by that statement absolutely firmly. They are beat-em-up games. They're very good beat-em-up games. They are a logical evolution of the genre. I did like Ghost of Tsushima. Had some issues. Third Island kind of sucked, but it was still a good game. Yeah, and then you break a dude's spine on a handrail, and then smash a bike over someone's head, and I just fell in love. All joking aside, yeah, I started this... It's a little bit of a strange situation. I usually don't recommend people start off a franchise or a genre with the best of that particular genre or franchise. But I played Yakuza 0 first, and I've heard from many people that it is kind of the best Yakuza game. So... And it immediately caught me. I fell in love instantly with that game. Like anybody who was there for that original stream knows, I just fell head over heels immediately into that game. Just, god damn, that's a good, solid, amazing game. No hyperbole, no big fancy words. Just, damn, that's a good game. So, interesting game to begin my Yakuza career on. Alright, I need to do this. Did I already do the high caves? I do have the high caves, okay. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Alpine Ridge. Yep, already got that one. Okay, good. And then we have to do this one. I played Saints Row 3 and 4 and 2 off camera with my friend because they have full campaign awesome co-op. So that has nothing to do with the show. In fact, I've never streamed any Saints Row game to my knowledge. That's not true. I did some random co-op streams back before we had any kind of scheduled streaming. Okay, so I'm feeling rings first? Actually, maybe planes first. Oh yeah, then there's Like a Dragon, which is a Dragon Quest game. Okay, well, that's okay. We're still figuring out. So then we got... Oops. Or gates? I guess we'll call these gates. Sure, we'll call these gates. Well, it's one of those interesting things, Tiny Hippo. I don't in any way mean this as either a brag or a detriment, but I've noticed most people, their overall opinions and perspectives on a work change rather drastically, depending on what their first entry into that thing is, right? That's one of the reasons I try to curate a little bit, especially with regards to when people ask me, what's the Final Fantasy game I should play? Or, what's the first Mega Man game I should play? Or, you know, like with my niece, how I've been kind of trying to curate her gaming experience as she gets older and starts to experience more things. Okay, so it looks like I should end with chests, is what I'm feeling. I mean, Kiryu is just kind of awesome, so... Yeah, TNG Season 3, that's kind of the gold standard for how I recommend people into anything. For those of you who haven't heard me say that, I almost always recommend you start Star Trek with Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3, because it is the most seminal Star Trek. That is Star Trek in one cohesive season. If you like that, you probably like Trek. I don't know if she'd like Undertale. She does not have the reactions and reflexes of her uncle. And she's not as into platformers as he is, as a direct consequence of that. I know what you're thinking. That's not a platformer. No, it's a bullet hell. So, not sure I want to recommend a bullet hell for her, because she'd probably just get frustrated. Yeah, I like the little splat. Damn it. So this is going to sound weird. I feel like we should end with rings and gates. So, we're still missing a plane. Damn it. Well, that sucks. Oh, absolutely. That's the whole point. Although I would be hard-pressed to pick a single season that I would consider to be the best season. Oh god, that's a good question, Don Crow. I mean, other than the fact that he's just a disgusting, despicable human being who is just awful. I know that a lot of old authors have that problem, so it's not really specific to him. So, we'll just kind of add that on as, like, bonus points for how terrible he is and how much I don't like Hemingway. All of his works... Yeah, Lovecraft. Hello. All of his works just rub me the wrong way. They're aggravating to read. I don't like his structure. I don't like the way he does, or rather doesn't, do dialogue. I dislike the actual core works. Like, I've never read a story of his I actually like. I gotta keep going. I sometimes wonder how different my opinions would be if I didn't start at the beginning with things, Spark. Because I've started most things I'm into from the beginning just by virtue of the fact that I was born in the early 80s. And so most game franchises that exist have existed for my entire life. You know. What was my first FF? FF1. What was my first Mega Man? Mega Man 2, actually. But first Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest 1. Fantasy was Final Fantasy 1. Started Star Wars with A New Hope. You get it. Where are you? Oh, Heinlein is much worse than Hemingway. Almost called him Nessingway. Heinlein is the kind of person I would punch if I could meet him in real life. Just slug him right in his face. That's not a joke. Screw him. God, I get physically angry when I think about Heinlein. It's hard for me to discuss him because of how angry I get. Ugh. So we're gonna move on. Alright, so. Let me write this down here. And thank you, Blade Travel, for being part of the show. I will put that towards a game I'm still not sure why Mr. Ed wants me to play. I mean, don't make me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand separation of author and work. I get that. I do. Lovecraft was, Lovecraft, and a lot of people like his works. I don't, admittedly, but not because of him, just because I don't care for his stuff. Oh my god, Valerian donated earlier. And I just processed that. I am a terrible person. Of course, Valerian isn't there anymore. So hang on, we're just going to pause for a second here. Favorite sci-fi authors that are not adapted into popular cinema? I mean, Timothy Zahn is my automatic answer to that. not a lot of his stuff has been adapted into cinema. Almost none of it, really. I mean, usually I can, Savacom. I even processed it. I noticed that he donated. I just didn't say thank you and write it down. Oh, I know, Valerian. I caught it. Like I said, I just didn't say thank you. That's why I feel so stupid right now. That happens a lot, if I'm being honest. My brain catches stuff far faster than the rest of me can keep up with. I'm pretty sure that's true for most people. That's not a brag. That's just... Our brains are very fast. That's the whole concept behind how you, you know, your subconscious can actually work on problems faster than your conscious brain can. That's that kind of thing. So, first of all, thank you, Valerian. I did already write that down for Dragon Quest VII. Thank you very, very much, sir. And thank you, Savacom. I will jot those down for Stranger of Paradise, the FF Audit Run, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, great game, by the way. I've actually played and beaten that by now. And Phantasy Star 2. I have read the Conan books, although not in an extraordinarily long period of time. That was back in the day, as they say. So something we're going to have to debate at some point is enemy variety. There's an unusual approach to enemy variety in this game, because there's actually two types of enemies in this game. There are those you can hit with this, and there's those you can hit with this. Having said all of that, I do think there's some interesting intermixing in the encounter design, where we'll encounter, you know, different types of enemies who are vulnerable to different types of things at the same time to vary up the encounter. But yeah, mechanically, there's not a lot of variety to the enemies in this one, so we'll see. We'll think about that. Also, Moby Dick is my personal favorite classic book. I love the usage of language in that book. It makes so much sense in my head. I don't know how else to explain it. It just flows naturally into the way my brain works. Oh, time to quit the level. I mean, that's exactly why the Oblivion line exists, Mr. Red. I was trying to describe it to my sister once, and she was like, well, if inches changed into centimeters, which is the original analogy I tried to use, then you could just convert those. And I was like, well, okay, hang on. Bad analogy. Let me try again. let me work in this at a different angle. Imagine if instead of using inches to describe how good a game was, you were using apples. Or pounds. Inches literally don't translate into pounds. No matter how you convert that, right? So, there's no conversion method possible. I can't do without analogies, Evo. I'm sorry. Wait, what? My food? Oh my god. My food's already here. Ah! We'll be back after the lunch break.